Alright, so it's about time to get going. Let's go ahead and do the sound test and make sure that everyone can hear what I'm saying, and then we're ready to go. So if you guys that are in chat just want to type in, let me know if you can in fact hear me, and we can get underway. You can tell me who. I'd be curious to listen. Let's see here. Turn the mic volume up. Is it better now? Or if not, I will figure out if there's a setting for that. Oh, Bajorling, he's good, man. He's good. What is an L Master? It stands for Lucidity Master because of lucid dreaming and stuff. I think it was just bad because the music was playing over it. So people can obviously hear me, and yeah, he's fantastic. Bajorling is fantastic. So people can hear me, and we can get going with ISL. So today we have Group 14, the final group of this leg of the ISL. There we go. Alright, so unfortunately today's group, in this group we have Infected, we have Technics, we have TTF, and S2 Glow. S2 Glow unfortunately did not show up, which is a shame because he actually got into the ISL in part via no-shows. He only had to play like one match in his group, but then unfortunately he ended up not showing up. So yeah, I don't know. He gets into the ISL via walkovers and then ends up getting walked over himself. So in any event, we'll be going into our first game here, which is Infected versus Technics, and it will be on Circuit Breaker. And for those of you who don't know, Technics is an A-level Zerg, so he is a very strong player, definitely capable of beating anyone. And Infected is I believe a Russian Zerg, and very much plays a lot of games. He's about B rank, so he can also win. But without a doubt, Technics is the favorite player here. So let's get these colors all right. Bulgarian Zerg, okay. My bad. Okay. Not Russian, I lied. So they probably know each other given they're from the same country. And yeah, so we've got a little ZBZ here. You can see obviously both Overlords are going to go down to these locations because the Naturals are here first, so they'll come across the Natural first. It's the standard scouting pattern. Because you always want to send your Overlord to the Natural first, because when you do, then you can get a look if there's a hatch dropped or not, so you can see a little bit earlier, because Overlords are so slow moving, whether or not it's going to be a faster pool or if they're going to go for a quick hatch. So it looks like there was a little pause, and that's taken care of now. Unfortunately, I do not read and understand that language, so I cannot tell you what they said. Maybe that means cigar. I don't know if he wanted to smoke break or what. Actually, I have no idea. It might not mean anything close to that. That's what it looks like in English. In any event, we can see an Overlord being made for both players. And it looks like more drones. We're going to have a 12 pool from Technics. And Infected is going to do, or we're going to have probably a 12 hatch. Oh, he's got gas. Okay. It's like 10 gas. And Technics is getting a 12 pool here. Getting his gas right away. So, okay, so basically Technics is going to be at the advantage here because he's going to, no, they took their gas pretty single times. It's going to be a really subtle gas advantage. I don't know exactly how much, but it might be like 30 or 40 extra gas because his extractor is just a little bit faster. So we can see Technics is getting his gas, Infected is about to start getting his gas, and the pool timings are almost identical. It is about 70 HP ahead for Infected, but that's not enough to make any difference with link timings, given that they have to travel to the other player's base. It looks like 3 on gas here, as well as 3 on gas for Technics, who is... Oh no, you need to look at the pool finish, never mind. So we'll see if he makes lair. Okay, immediately going to make lair. And we see the hatch is actually going down at the natural now for Infected, who is going to opt for... Is he going to go lair first? It looks like it, as he's not immediately getting speed. If I can get that lair... Yep, here we go. So both players lair on the way. So if this game goes longer, Infected is going to have the advantage here because he's got this hatch at the natural, so he'll be able to get this second gas, whereas Technics does not, so he will not have access to that. And in ZVZ, if you're new to the matchup, ZVZ tends to be early on Lings and then go straight into Muta. So that's why the gas is such a big advantage. Mutas are a pretty gas-heavy unit. They're gas-heavy minerals. So that second gas, twice as many gas, basically means twice as many Muta, which can be a huge issue. So we'll see here. This is obviously a little more breakable given the positions in the main versus that, but given that they're doing basically identical builds and they both have 2 hatcheries, there's not a larvae advantage, so it's going to be a little harder for Technics if he were to try to mass sling Infected, although with his build that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. See, the Spire's up as Technics went for gas before pool. And did not get Link Speed. So we can see Link Speed is on the way for Infected, and actually like exactly the same timing for Technics. And is that the Spire? Yes, the Spire is dropped. Let's take a look at the Spire timings. Got about, I don't know, 150 HP ahead for Technics here, so he's going to have the faster Mutas. No surprise given the slightly faster gas. And we can see his Overlord's arriving, so he's going to see exactly the timing of that Spire. And I don't know where, in fact, I guess Infected... Oh, Infected has not had an Overlord reach the base yet? Yeah, he's got... Okay, so he's completely in the dark. About what? Oh no, there we go. There's Infected's Overlord. Just hiding over the creek. Alright, so we've got a few Lings coming in here for Infected. Let's take a look here how close he is to his speed. He's got his speed done now. So I don't think he can make anything happen. Maybe he's just going to try to run by in the main, see what's going on, be obnoxious, but yeah, it looks like he's just trying to be annoying, dancing the Lings in and out, but he does not have enough Lings to break this, although Infected not set up in a very good concave. That is pretty vulnerable, but he's making a whole lot of Lings. Spire's getting really close to completion, actually trying to sneak in another drone. And ZVZ, really, you can walk a razor's edge with that, in ZVZ, in a matchup that's solo econ, where you normally only have, 6, 7, 8, 10 drones, that extra drone, that's 10, maybe even 20% more economy, so one drone advantage in ZVZ is huge, and sneaking in extra drones when you can, if you can pull it off, is a significant advantage. So here we go, it looks like Technics is going to run in here with the Lings. And here we go, he's going to try to make something happen, but he does not have a very good arc. I think he's going to get absolutely cleaned up here by Infected. I don't think this is going to work. Although, a few of Infected's Lings are not fighting, and yeah, like I said, that just doesn't work. He just did not have a good concave. I'm kind of surprised he didn't pull out. So now he really needs those Muta out. He's going to have to leave them at home to defend these Lings, because I do not think he will have enough Lings to defend. Maybe he will have time to make a concave. It was definitely a 12 pull from Infected. It looked like a gas before pool, but it looked like it was later than on 9 supply. Alright, so we got some Lings coming in trying to damage. Actually, he gets 1 drone already, gets 2 drones. That is definitely a big deal. Can he get a third? There's a pretty good chance. Yes, he gets 3 drone kills. That is really a big deal. That leaves him with just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like maybe 9 drones. But 3 drone kills from those Lings is huge. That is definitely worth it. There was only about 5 Lings that snuck in. And this is going to be an awkward situation. Oh, the Interride using Mutas, not Lings. Alright, so we've got a little bit of Muta action here. Technics picking off an Overlord of Infected. Looks like 2 Mutants and Scourge, and it looks like Infected has about 3 Mutalists there in this battle. And we can see a Lings, or a pair of Lings, trying to run in here. The Mutas are going to clean those up quite quickly. We can see in this moment Mutas flying into Lings, flying into the main. 1 drone down, 2 drones down. Can he get any more? Not quite yet. He's trying to micro down the Scourge, which is fairly easy to do out in the open like this. Infected chasing, but really good control there from Technics, not taking any damage at all from those Scourge, no nonsense there. You can see a few hidden Lings waiting to try to come in here into the natural, and actually they're going to run straight into the main, but the Mutas are here to cover this. They should not get any drones unless there's really a miscontrol. He's trying to get one, he actually does get 1 drone, going for a second one, no, only able to take it down to the yellow health. Take a look at the supplies. We have 35 supply for Technics and just 26 from Infected, so Technics has really come out here at an advantage. That is a very, very significant supply advantage here in CVZ. And looks like these Lings might meet on the map. Are they paying attention to each other? Infected does, he quickly moves away. As neither player has a sunken, they can be fairly obnoxious. a few Lings are able to sneak in the main. That's always annoying, forcing you to multitask in both places. And it looks like Technics is going to run in here again, try to pick up another drone. Gets one of the drones mining gas. Nice job there. Can he get a second one? Yes, he does. Another drone kill. Infected is just really having trouble keeping his drones defended. That's 5 drone kills from the Mutalisk and at least 1 kill from the Lings. So Technics is really beating down those drones and giving a fight scheme to make that 7 drone kills from these Mutalisks. And Infected just getting so far behind now on economy. 41 supply to 24, as you just cannot lose drones like that in ZBZ. And we can see there's 18 from Natural. And unfortunately he's got this, but he does not have the drones he needs to make use of this gas, so he's really just only 1 gas. And we've got a whole bunch of Lings streaming in here, and it's going to be a question of can he defend this, because if he goes to defend with the Muta, then the Muta come back in here, and we can see Micro in the main. Technics is continuing to show really great control, dodging all the Scourge hits, and I don't even know if there's enough Muta here from Infected to win this battle, as Technics has a ton of them, and it looks like we only be 4 or 5, 4 Infected. He's going to force the battle. The Hatch is dead from the Lings that he could not defend because he's occupied with Mutas in the main, and it looks like every single Muta from Infected is gone, and Technics should be taking this game, and GG. So Technics quickly over there, over Infected there, so Technics will move on to the winner's bracket. So now this should be Technics against TTF. Whoa, wrong place. Alright, TTF I think is the one that is the Russian player. And he is a B-ranked Terran. I guess also plays quite a few games. And I guess sometimes he gets to B+. And yeah, his best matchup is though TVZ. So although Technics is A, TTF is best at TVZ, so he's still not to be totally discounted. So looks like Technics is going ahead and just getting drones, nothing crazy going on. Same thing for TTF. So we just wait for the early game build up, see what will happen. And for those of you guys that didn't catch, this is on Aztec, which is a 3-player map. We got a depot going down, so no 8 raxing, no proxy barracks, and we are gonna have a 9 pool though from Technics. So he's going to have early things to deal with. And that actually can work a little better on these reverse ramp maps, because the Marines are below on these ramps. So they're only doing half damage. Well, they miss half the time, which is sort of like half damage. So the Lings can hit for longer without dying. So if he's not careful and TTF doesn't prepare, this can be more dangerous than a 9 pool on a normal ramp map with a high ground main. Game is not here. Oh yeah, the Reddit links. Yeah, I was reading about that. If someone wants to go to Reddit and see if there's a thread for it and dig it up and post it for us, they'd be more than welcome to. But game at the moment is not currently here in the chat. We got the barracks going down for Technics. We can see Overlord arriving, but unfortunately to the wrong base. And we've got 3 things on the way. It's not going to be with speed though. And okay, 1 base play from TTF. We got 2 racks down here. So we're going to see some early pressure aggression. You don't see these builds as much today in the modern game, as the 1-Rax FE is generally considered to be a slightly better build. Some cute little drone micro here from Technics trying to take down the SCV. And now the Lings are out, so TTF is going to need to be prepared for this. Although with 2 racks, he really shouldn't have any major problems. And he does clean up the SCV nicely, and he's going to be heading to the base of TTF. TTF is definitely going to need to pull the SCVs and get them on the ramp. And what you do is you put the SCVs on the ramp, Marine behind, select everything, hit hold position, that way the SCVs don't move out of the way, and the Zerglings just kind of herp-derp around and can't really do anything. So Ling's on the way. We can see the hatchery is down for Technics, who has not yet taken his gas, and is going to go ahead and go back to drones. Pretty simple stuff here. And there are 2 Marines out. And here we go. Lings are going to start attacking the SCVs. And you can see the Zerglings just don't die as fast. He needs to keep this ramp blocked, though. But there are now not enough Lings. There are 3 Lings against 3 Marines and SCVs blocking. So no real threat there for TTF. He's going to be happy with his position, as that definitely... When you do 9 pull, you slow down your economy because you get the pull faster. And on top of that, you make Lings, which are 3 less drones you didn't make. So TTF going to be comfortable with the position. See, this Overlord's going to come up here and get over the natural cliff. So you can see as stuff moves out of the base, and it looks like we might see a little bit of a push out here. At the very least, he's just going to get these Lings off the top of his ramp. We'll see how far he decides to take this. The hatch is just about done, and a 3rd hatch going down as well. The gas is up for Technics. And looking back into the main, do we have gas yet? No, and he's actually not producing Marines right now. I think he's going to save up and make a CC, yeah. And we're going to have a little push here. Maybe he can try to bunker. Oh, cute! Picks off one of the SCVs. So there's only 1 SCV if he does try to bunker. And we can see he's actually getting these sunken down right now. He needs that to defend it. He has no Lings out. And this is also a good spot for it because he won't be able to be bunker rushed at the hatchery, as the sunken will outrange the bunker. Range to Marines, I should say. So here comes this SCV. I guess he's going to start attacking the creep colony, but TTF sees that and realizes, alright, I need to go home, as he cannot take out 5 Lings and a sunken with just 6 Marines. The SCV is dead. He's going to try to pick off this Overlord, though, which would be moderately obnoxious, as it is pretty low supply still. And that's really what TTF want to do there, is just force his sunken, force Lings. So he slowed down the drone production, cost the drone to make the sunken, and slowed down the drone production while he was forced to make those additional Lings. And he does have his gas almost done, so fairly soon we should see an academy being started. In fact, it is already started. Get those medics out, start getting stim, getting range. Command center is almost up at the natural. You can see the lair is about halfway done. Oh, and the last Ling here, so that is kind of annoying. The Technics is now he does not have a Ling outside the base, so if TTF moves out, he has no warning, and he doesn't really have anything to see the size of the force, although this Overlord is getting fairly close. He can come sit right over here, you can see what goes out the choke. Alright, so the Academy is done, the eBay is almost done, he should start stim here any moment. Adding a second sunken colony, a creep colony, as he just doesn't know what's going on, but he did see a large number of Marines. And there we go, you can see medics are started, and stim finally gets started in the Academy. And the Spire is getting close. Alright, so he's thinking in the last few drones here before he starts his presumably Mutalisks. As I see no sign of a Hydroden. Nope, no Hydroden. And it looks like TTF is going to narrow this choke down. Not a bad idea here, just preventing, in case he gets mass linked, it just spreads the surface area. Makes it impossible to get the necessary surround on the Marines. And actually a 3rd sunken going up, which he could need. There's only 2 medics, but there's quite a large number of Marines. The general rule of thumb is you need 1 sunken for every medic, but you can't take that entirely true, because if there's, 8 medics and 1 Marine, you don't really need more than 2 sunkens. And, if there's 100 medics and 1 Marine, 1 sunken obviously won't cut it, but within reason, general rule of thumb. So with that in mind, we'll see what happens here. Is there 4 medics coming? But will he have muted in time? I don't think he will. But it'll be really close. It'll be really close. But he may just be going out here to pressure the 3rd base. He actually only has 2 racks right now. And we've got a little bit of a Ling counterattack trying to do some damage, but unfortunately that's not going to happen, as that gets cleaned up fairly easily, leaving him with only these. He's being forced to add a 4th creep colony, and probably a 5th. And what he will probably do is he will hotkey all of these, and when he comes in, he will cycle his hotkeys and target down individual Marines to make sure that medics don't get a chance to kill them before they die. So we got more of the Sunkens going up, and we may have a bus coming in here soon. The mutas are really close to being done, though, and there's actually a few out, so I think he'll be alright, as with the muta out, he'll be able to micro this over the Sunkens, and TTF will not be able to do that damage. It looks like he's actually going to engage this right away with his muta, and I don't know if he wants to do that. And it looks like he's actually going to go straight to the main harassing. There's not a lot. There's actually only 1 turret, a 2nd going up. Both of these turrets, though, are isolated. They're not helping each other. He can just go right in and kill this, and there's some Marines left in the home, but not a ton. He's actually going to start picking off SCVs, apparently. We decided to go with gas to an unfinished turret. That's kind of a weird placement of it. There come a few Marines to defend, but there's really not enough to defend these, and we can see, Muta killing all of them in one nice shot there. And there's not enough Marines down here to break this. He cannot run in. He's going to try and lead with the medics to break it. Pan back, and he does end up going in for it, which looks like he is. We'll see if Technics realizes that there shouldn't be enough to break this, as they're stuck at home. There are 5 somethings here. Is he microing this, though? He needs to get his stuff. He's actually being forced to pull drones, but look how many creeps are left, and yeah, we can see that he was able to defend that quite easily. He does not lose a single creep colony in that, but it kind of worked as it did get the mutas off of TTF's back, out of his base, so he was trying to target fire down the medic there, does not quite get it.
One of the dopest streams
we've got a few more muta out now. This exploration continuing to make. Third hatch is going up right now, and this overlord out here scouting is going to die. 2 of these marines. And we can see his lurkers, though, only about half done, and he's got the third down here. And TTF really doesn't have a big enough army to go kill that third base. It's just not enough. I mean, he can almost A-move this. Well, he can't A-move this. Actually, these Marines are stimming to get back at home to avoid being picked off by the muta. Not a bad idea, but he does lose all his medic in the process, so he has only 1 medic right now. And he's definitely forced to get a bunker. TTF is now very much on the back burner in this game and very behind in supply. Look at the 66 to 45 supply. Anytime Zerg is ahead this early in the matchup, that is not a good situation all for turn. And we may even see a bus attempt here by Technics, but I think with the bunker going up, it would be wise to not try that. But he may go for it anyway. And here we go, he's going to try to run into the main, which is a really big deal, because he can get position over the racks, he can maybe find the turrets. This would be a huge issue. Yeah, he's got the position now camped over the racks. He can kill Marines as they spawn, which is what he's doing right now with the mutas. But TTF does recover and get a nice cluster on his Marines. That is what you want as a Terran, that nice little clump to defend. But now he's just going to be annoying. He's going to press the supply depot over here. His lurkers are done. They should be coming up here anytime. And there we go, 1 medic gets picked off, so that leaves him with no medics. He has to be so careful now with his stims. This is almost like, as much as I hate to say it, an SC2 type situation where he actually has to think about how much he can afford to stim around as he needs to get more medics out. And they are coming right now. Alright, finally 1 medic there to start healing. We've got a whole lot more lings streaming on out. And the third base is up comfortably. And TTF is just in a terrible position. He just does not have enough Marines. He desperately needs a vessel or something to end this muta harass, as his Marine count on its own is not high enough. He does not have enough turrets. And he's only just starting his factory, though, so it's no sign of any tech. He's going to be contained in his base for so long through these lurkers. This is a horrible situation for TTF right now. And it looks like Technics may be going for the bus, and I don't think he can stop this. That is a ton of lurkers, and if he gets them over the ramp, it'll totally shut off these Marines coming up the ramp. They're trapped in a terrible position. The bunker is down. That's like 4 bird lurkers. He's being forced to pull SCPs. He only has a limited number of scans, and Technics, or TTF, is forced to say GG. So Technics, a nice solid 2-0, showing excellent muta play in both games, moves straight on to the next round of the ISL. Which leaves us our final game of Technics against TTF against Infected. Did I do that right? I don't know if I did. I'll wait till I see his name. Technics is an A-rank player, so we expect some solid play from him. Oh, he does all capitals. Okay, cool. Infected. Yeah. Technics is an A-ranked Zerg from Bulgaria. Alright, so TTF. These guys are both, I think, B-ranked players. I'm not sure. Can't remember if Infected is B or B+. But TTF is the best at TVZ. I don't know for sure how good Infected's TVZ is, so I'm inclined to say TTF might be the favored player, but I don't know a whole lot about Infected's CBT. So we got a few more drones. Okay, Infected is B+ as well, so they are both the same rank. Yes, TTF is capable of touching B+. And this is, of course, on Heartbreak Ridge, I think, right? Yeah, it's on Heartbreak Ridge. Cute stuff you can do. You can wall this with 1 depot. Or racks and depot is really easy to wall. There's some annoying rushes, sometimes Zerg would get walled in if it wasn't paying attention. Something like make a depot. Oh, if he was A in TSL2, okay, that's really strong. Although most of the people that got A in TSL2 did a lot of dodging Koreans and playing against like B+ plus people, but they were still strong players. So yeah, if he was A during TSL 2 times and is in any sort of form, Technics would be a very strong player. Doing a cute little drone mic over here, trying to get rid of this obnoxious SCV that's trying to deny the hatch. But this drone is going to have to go back. He's taking a lot of health down. The SCV, though, kind of annoying, though. Always to get your hatch delayed. Oh, and needs to be careful with this. This is only 2 shots away from dying, but I think with 2 drones, I don't think the SCV can try to snipe it, which is what he might try to do. No, he's just trying to block the hatchery, being super obnoxious. And... oh! So close, but does not quite get it. SCV has only 10 frustrating health left. Oh, and he puts down the Manor Engineering Bay, but not with a lot of health. He's gonna... this is so frustrating, but he has gone ahead and got the pool. And is getting the lings. He is actually going to need to pay attention to this and notice this. I mean, it's pretty easy to block. You can just, if you're really panicked, you can just depot it and you're safe, but that's super obnoxious. I'll cancel this right when he gets down to super. Yep, we can see he cancels it. And finally, TTF will get up the hatch. I don't know, he might have actually seen those lings, but I'm a little worried for him. There are 6 lings coming. And he has nothing here yet. He's getting a... oh, he's trying to get a vulture, but the lings are going to be here before the vulture is done. This is a pretty scary situation, and you'd think usually when the hatch gets blocked, they throw it on the pool faster. I'm kind of surprised that Infected doesn't look prepared for this, and he really doesn't, guys. He is trying to get the, yeah, Zerg's usually wins easy. And the factory is about halfway done, and we can see the lings are going to charge right into the main. Oh, he's got him in the mineral line, no. But can he pull the SCVs in time? He needs to be really careful if he makes a mistake. One Marine is going to definitely die, then lings on top of the second one, and he does get the second one. He is attacking all the SCVs. He's going to need to drill well. He can probably clean this up with SCVs. And there we go. Infected wisely pulling back out, moving away. He does not want to get drilled in the cluster, and he's just waiting on that factory to finish, which he has not seen yet. And that vulture is going to be an issue. Another Marine does pop and may chase these out a little bit here. Advancing first from the group was Technics. So he sneaks in there and gives Infected quite the scare, but Infected holds, and the vultures are on the way. He has not seen that, though. His lings did not go far enough back in to notice that there is a factory. That's a nice little positioning there from TTF, and we can see he's picking off one SCV. Can he get a second one? Doesn't quite look like it, and oh, one ling goes down. Oh, and the vulture hits the ling, so he knows about it now, and these lings are getting cleaned up by the vulture. He's got a creep colony going down here. It's possible he'll need one in the main, as this definitely does not cover this entrance, so vultures definitely can sneak in here. And if vulture sneaks into the main, pretty scary situation. There's no ling speed in sight. Lair is started, though. So here comes that first vulture. Oh, that's a good point. He would have seen the gas. So yeah. Alright, fair enough. So here comes that vulture. Oh, it is done just in time. And he's actually... okay, so he's actually making a second one to try to cover this ramp. And block... whoa, vulture attacking a sunken. That did not work out so well. Did about 3 damage to it. And a second creep colony being morphed. And so this one here is obviously to cover the ramp, so that if he needs to block with the links he can, and also to prevent the obnoxious line. Which is exactly what he wants to do, and an SCV is mining this out. He's going to try to come behind this ledge, camp up here, and shoot from up on top. Yeah, that's too low, no-showed. After getting in via no-shows, he himself ended up with a no-show. Alright, so we've got the floating factory. We're gonna go Starport? I don't know what this is. Oh, he's gonna start command center? Okay. Got a few lings sneaking out here, and the vultures, there's actually 2 of them now behind here. And this could be an issue, guys. I don't think the sunken covers this. He's got a position here where he can just sit on this ledge. And without ling speed, there's no way, yeah, he's gonna be forced to stop mining here. But he needs to be careful. Going down this ramp is a bad idea, because there is a sunken trying to get rid of that one ling, which he does pick off. Does not lose the vulture. Yeah. But we can see the Spire is on the way. Closer to completion. He's relanded the factory. He's getting an armory now. And 2 lings try to come in here, but easily cleaned up by this vulture. And they've given up on staying behind the minerals, and TTR Infected has resumed mining. Oh, I've got the wrong color. That's why I'm confused. That's why I'm confused. There we go. That makes way more sense. So he says Marines, Vultures, SCV out here doing and repairing. He is adding the machine shop now, getting an engineering bay, and a second factory, so this is definitely going to be mech play, although we could have guessed that from the armory. And he's got the third hatch. The Spire is oh so close to being done. He's not going to be able to get a full 9 meters out though right away, as having to make that delayed hatch. And he's trying to do the block, and he does block the vultures from getting into the main. They cannot quite. Actually, no, I don't think they can. Especially without speed, it should not be able to get in. He's just left here in this awkward spot, in this awkward corner. Like, no, I don't want to die. Don't send me in there. So it's barely alive. All right, so we got one add-on here. He's getting his Goliath range and starting Goliath. Meters are on the way. Still chilling there in the shadows. You can see he's getting up turrets. Shouldn't need a whole lot because he will have his Goliaths out to be defending. Alright, there we go. A few meter are popping. There we go. He sees the vulture now, and it is going to die a sad death. So now we will see what happens. If we look at it, TTF very, very low on supply. Is adding a few more Goliaths. She will need. How close is his range to being done? Getting there, but not done yet. So the meters have a little bit of window to be annoying, and there's not a lot of turrets in the main. But Goliaths are still pretty strong. But he can engage them a little more effectively than the Goliaths that shoot halfway across the map. Oh, he finds the straggler one. Is he able to pick it up? Yes, he is. Good control there. And nice job picking up every single SCV on the gas. And he's going in to try to camp these Goliaths, but a few more are popping just in time. But more, what? Okay. That is like the worst rally ever. Okay, I thought this was some ridiculous, silly thing, but that is just what you call a miss-rally of epic proportions. Infected saying, I don't need these drones, they can just go chill in the middle of the map. He is getting his third base up now, and more drones! No, that rally point, man! These drones are going on a journey. Oh my gosh. And Infected is paying a little too much attention to the Mutant Micro to notice this. As all these drones are consistently getting halfway across the map, we can tell what his focus was on there. Using our other base now. And we can see there's getting to be quite a sizable number of Goliaths now, and the upgrades are up. Do we have any more factories? No, he's on 2 factories still. So he's not really in a position to be dangerous with any sort of timing attacks. And we can see Zerg is starting to get out some Hydras. I can use these Lurkers, which I don't really know why. Lurkers do not fare that well against Tank Goliath. They're a little better once you have Swarm, but until then, they're not very effective. And obviously, as seen by the late miss rallies, Technics has been Infected has been making quite a lot of drones back at home. And he's going to fly in there with the Mutas, going to harass the floating bears with one shot, but the Goliath's now coming on down to defend. He's got 2 turrets there, he does have a bunker up. And it's just, once you have Goliaths with range and a decent number, it's just so hard to harass, because they just shoot so far. Like, you go anywhere in vision of the Terran base, and there's missiles flying at you, pretty much, is how it feels. This Goliath is way too far out, but we can see, because of the droning and the early damage TTF was sustained, having to pull all those SCVs and defend those lings, we can see that there is quite a large supply lead for Infected. 76 to just 52. All TTF can do is be defensive. He's actually going to add a starport now. He is getting a few tanks, but we can see there is a lot of Lurker Ling out right now. And to be possibly try to go robust, but he does smartly have this. You can see this is just walled shut. There's no route to get in there with the Lings. And there's nothing you can do against this. And there are 2 siege tanks there. There's actually a third in the main. We're about to pop. Should be coming on down now. Yeah, there we go. See these things are awful close, and it looks like he is going to go for the bust. The Goliath's moving back, but Lurkers are not very effective when they're way too far away. This is obviously not going to do a whole lot of damage. Maybe he's just trying to get turrets and get something from the Muta, but with everything Goliath, no, he loses them all, and is forced to step back and reburrow a little bit. Needs to stay out of that tank range, but it's important to note there are no scanners yet. He does not have an academy. He's trying to get vessels for detection, I think. And he's going to take a 4th. Should send it back. They're getting an add-on now, so we see drops. Or am I missing the sign? No, I'm not missing the signs. make it down there. How about the depots? There we go. Do you have a nest? Do we have any queens in production? Looks like not yet. But he does have a queen's nest. Oh, we got a little bit of a sneaky hatchery over here. Goliath's trying to come out and engage lurkers. That doesn't work very well without scans or vessels. It's pretty hard to do. Why is he not seeing me? I'm a little confused here. He doesn't have vision of this, unless he's going to try to build a turret here and sneak vision. Alright, so he wants to move out a little bit, maybe start getting in position to try to take a third base. But we can see a lot of hydras are being streamed down, and by a lot of hydras, I mean quite a significant number, at least a control group or two. As well as the supporting passive lurkers here, burrowing onto the high ground. Nice call there. And all vultures. Oh, but they go the wrong way. You might see if he goes the other way. And the question is he going to go in here, or is he going to be content to just have his position on the high ground and wait for Terran to move out? Yeah, we can see he's going to start his command center out here in front. And this has not been found yet. Oh, but the vultures in here trying to do some damage. Can they get any kills? They've got 4 kills between them. Makes 5 kills now. 5 kills. 6 kills. 7 kills. Holy kills. Alright, 8 kills now. 9 drone kills. 10 drone kills. And finally going to be chased out by the hydras, but that is a lot of damage with those vultures. And at this point, that is what TTF needs. He needs to do damage, as Technic still has that comfortable supply lead. And this last vulture here, being also annoying, gets another drone. Yeah, quite. Doing a good run at it. Still has his army up here on the high ground. No sign of Kings yet. Do we have any sign of Hive yet? No. Which does kind of make me think there's going to be queens, because you'd think he'd go ahead and get his hive, but he's going to get the queen's nest. And this hatchery is up. He needs to make a sunken here. I was going to defend it with lurker. Oh, what to? And this lone vulture trying so hard to get away. It has trapped itself though, and will die. Oh, it's going to lay a mine base though. Oh no, it's actually going to get out. You just chase it all over the map, and it escapes, and it escapes. So he's got this base mined up, but unbeknownst to him, got a base over here. Got a base over here. And just lots and lots of Hydra being made for infected. He's continuing to drone up and is really getting a very large amount of supply here. And are we going to see, it looks like he's going to move out and try to get his third base. He's still working off only 4 factories coming, but he's really only working off 3 factories. So a mistake here is really costly, because if he messes this up, he does not have a whole lot to replenish with. Oh, he does not quite see up in range of those lurkers. But I think he is aware of this. If he's not, he's definitely aware that there's an army up here now. And a whole bunch more hydras are streamed down. We'll see if he tries to go for the break. He's running down a little too early. Alright, he's going to back up a little bit. Out of the way, wait for the rest of his army to catch up with him. He's got the Needles in there, he's got the Hydras in there. Fairly scary army. But there are actually very few mines though protecting the top flank. Which means that if Infected wanted, he's got the option to flank from 2 angles. Feelings are going to try to run here and be annoying. Can they clear out any of these mines? It looks like they can not quite do that. Alright, so I like this a little bit. He's got a little bit better spread of his tanks now. Some of them are not quite so clustered. And, oh, the meters are going to come up here and try to find angles where they can pick off a tank. Can he get this low ground tank here? It looks like he can if he goes back for it. But he's not. And the irradiate, split it out. Alright, meters were not stacked, which is always smart when there's vessels out. So he's very easily and quickly able to go ahead and split that irradiated muta. And it looks like Infected does not want to come in here and try to break up his position. Does not want to take the chance. We can see tanks being produced and Goliath from all his other factories. And if he didn't know about it, he knows about it now. We can see there are Sunkens up here, and we've got Muta's running into the main, kind of wreaking havoc, but sort of not doing anything. And, oh, so many of them dying on the way out to the turrets. Every single Muta, oh, this one lives with 1 HP. But basically small Muta. Right, he's going to tickle this science facility with that Muta. And, oh, okay, he's mining up the back so he can go ahead and get SCVs over there more easily.
Yeah, that's it.
All the burrow lurkers. And there we go. There you guys have it. The queens are in production. Dun 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 dun. Got 2 of them here. He's making more. Oh, he's already got some out. He's getting the energy. I don't know if he has the research yet, but give him another minute or 2, and we're gonna be saying bye bye to these tanks. So the fun could begin. We'll see if we can utilize them as effectively as Master Soul Key does. So here we go. Finally gets those drones in mine, and he's getting gas from here. He's actually got quite a lot of gas and quite a lot of supply, to be honest. Terran is slowly caught up in the supply game, but is only just now getting on 3-base economy. So it has been a long time, and we can see Zerg is comfortable on 4 bases, and is actually going to sneak a 5th hatchery out right now. And all the meat is coming in to deny the turrets, and these low ground tanks need to get Goliath down here, or the best light, I guess. Radiate, split the meter. He's not, okay, well, that's pretty quickly, so... Icon animation? No, I don't think so. That's icon. I will see if he makes ultras, but I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's distinct. But he's got a whole lot of queens right here just chilling in the base. And he definitely has an avenue here to get up behind. We can see a lot of turrets going up for TTF, who really is pretty much doing the only thing he can, which is to hardcore turtle up. And we can see he obviously wants to defend this base very staunchly against drops. Has a whole lot of sunkens here. He's trying to build another command center, but that gets denied for a sec. And Zerg taking his base as well. He's not going to take the middle base yet. I'm almost surprised that TTF is a little more suspicious. But he is sending a lot more vultures up here. Are they going to finally go and check over here for a raid opportunity? Not that there is one there. They 20 summons and a score. Does not want to get dropped at the base. Oh, and the Hydra's easily finding the vultures. Chasing them around, but he needs to be careful because his mines get laid. He doesn't have overlords traveling with this rogue group of Hydras here. And he's trying to find some of the drones baiting. Can he get any kills? No, he's only able to get 1 kill of his drones. Although a vulture sneaks in, although super low on health sneaking in. Can he get any kills at all? It's looking like a no. No, that is a definite no. And he has a vicious turret ring up outside his base as well. Wants to defend these jobs. Playing the very hardcore turtle style, being as defensive as possible, and trying to slowly equalize this game by just taking the same number of bases. He's going to try to slowly split the map with Zerg, knowing that it's the only way he can really find him. Whoa! Muta's flying over way too many Goliaths, and an Irradiate going down on them. They are going to get chased out of there in a hurry. He has his hive tech now. Ah, there we go. Defilers finally all riding on the field, consumed about half done. I'm kind of surprised he's not taking more bases now. I mean, he is 1 base ahead, but Terran has a lot. And once Terran is here, he's going to be able to move over, and he's going to move over at this base. We can see right now he's taking up a bunch of tanks, but these queens are going to be an issue. And maybe we're going to see a counter over here. I don't really know. I don't think he has noticed the queens yet, and he has enough energy. Could use the energy upgrade. Yeah. We might be seeing some epic totally forgot the breedlings on all these tanks over here. If he has, oh, he scans the queens! He knows about him now. If he didn't before, he certainly knows about him now. You see the scan going down right on top of him. Now the question is, will he be ready for this to defend this? So here you go, the Muta's being annoying here, but continue to get irradiated as Mutas lose their effectiveness once there's a lot of times. Overlord being sacrificed to see where all Terran's units are, but with this turret ring, Goliath ring, he's definitely capable of killing these queens quite quickly. One goes in for Brooding, does not get it off, and he needs to get these queens out of here. Oh, huge AMP! He's got the MPs, I don't know how many he got, but he got quite a few. At least half of them.
All of them but 1.
There's at least 1 or 2, there might be more that I want. But huge EMPs going off, so I was wondering if he was going to research that, and he sure as heck did, which means he knew about those queens even before scanning. So that is a bit unfortunate for him, as you spend a lot of money and you have to wait a long time to get the energy. And it looks like he wants to go in here now. He's going to try to use Swarm and go for a bust. He's moving in now with the Lurkers, and he's going to try and deny this fourth for Terran. This is notoriously difficult to do, as this is one heck of a good neck spread right here. Beautiful concave setup, has some separation between a lot of his tanks, and all the Hydras is evaporating to splash under the Swarm. Now the Lurkers under here are quite safe. By quite safe, I mean invincible, as the Lurkers don't even take splash. So he's going to continue to try and creep in here. We can see a scan going down, and more Lurkers are barreling their way in. They need to burrow, though. And they are now burrowing. But will that be enough to get through? He's unseizing the tanks. He's going to move them back, get a little bit out of the way of the Swarm. Creeping forward to the edges of the Swarm. Can he do anything? I don't really think he can. Are there even more Defilers on the way? He really needs more Defilers to consume more and get more Swarms. The vessels are there to defend. It's not working out. He's need to go into no reason. The Queen's trying to come in, but they don't even have any energy for Broodling. I don't know what he's doing. I think he gets one Broodling off, but that was the only Queen that had any energy at all. And he's actually slowly working his way in here with Swarm. This is actually turning out a little better than I expected right at the start. And the tanks re-sieging up. Going to get rid of these few Hydra by themselves, who are not very good against tanks. But look at the stream of units coming in from the Zerg. Actually, he's got Dizzy. If he has drop with these Overlords, he will be able to break this position for sure. And it looks like he already has. The army from TTF totally evaporated now. And this base completely shut down, putting Terran back on 3 bases. And really, in a sense, you can just call it 1 base, because he's mined out his main, almost mined out his natural. And are there any more Swarms and more drops with these Overlords? Actually, there's no more. It's a bit unfortunate. If he had drops, he could just kill all these tanks. They're so undefended, but he doesn't. And he will finally get this cleaned up. A few more Queens coming in. Do they have enough energy to Broodlord? One of them does. So Broodlord right there. And, oh man, the summons of these bases, wow. Bunch more Lurkers being more really close to the base. She's actually not re-landed yet, and these Lurkers are kind of in danger here. And by kind of in danger, I mean they're in insane danger. He needs to throw a Swarm down on him right now. The Defiler's coming through the Swarm. Oh, he's forced to cancel him. Has to move back out of there. Let's take a quick look right now, see what players have. It looks like upgrades are 3. Oh, he has no armor though. He's only on 3-1 because he only has that one army Zerg that has all upgrades out. In fact, he got 2 armor on his air units as well. And I think we just trying to come in and be annoying as the number of Goliaths has lessened a little bit. Let's take a look at that. How is his gas situation? He has a depleted geyser, a geyser of 1,000, and a bunch of that plumbing in it, yeah. Oh, he's trying to take the center base. Gives him access to 2 gases. And macroing up a whole bunch of Lurker, Ling, Hydra, which actually ends up working okay with Swarm. It looks like
it's Muta's down there, there's no Goliath.
Which actually ends up working okay with Swarm, as you can just go ahead and Swarm over all of that. And he's trying to get turrets up here. There's not a lot of Muta, but they are doing a little bit of damage to these tanks. He just doesn't have enough irradiance for all of these. And he's trying to get the turrets up, but he's not getting them in time. There we go. A few Goliaths now coming up to try and defend this. And as the few turrets have gotten up, and these Mutas are definitely not being controlled that heavily. Whoa. Different screen. And it looks like these tanks are going to get back over here. He's got all his defense concentrated at this point. But it looks like Infected is going to come down here and try to break in, and again shut down the mining from the 4th base. And if he does it again this time, the game really ought to be his. These fake drop to pull Terran out of position. That'd be clever, but they all die. And Queen trying to get off. 2 Broodlords. Right, the first of the Swarms is down. He's got an Overlord. I thought he had Overlord there. He does not though. He needs an Overlord here to get rid of these mines. Because he definitely does need to get rid of the mines. Alright, there we go. A second Swarm, but you gotta sacrifice something. There's still plenty of mines there. He wants to move in with this, and look at the reinforcing Hydras and Mutas. And this is a really tricky situation because he does need to balance what he has. If he doesn't have enough Goliaths, he needs to get overrun by a heavier Muta switch and or Queens. And he is now clearing out. It looks like he's going to start moving in full force. A few of those lurkers bearing the brunt of the mines, but more now are starting to burrow under the swarm. And the Hydras are being forced to back out. Will he continue moving with the lurkers? He needs to if he's going to make anything happen here. Yeah, there we go. More and more lurkers coming in. Oh, but a swarm goes down into them. But the mines kill so many lurkers. Almost every lurker dies, leaving just 2 huge mines going off. And that might be what he needs to hold. He does have this, again, very, very nice spread of the tanks right here. And it looks like this bust attempt is not going to work out for Technics, who is now E1 supply, and he moves in again with the mines. That is every lurker dead to that mine. Mine saving TTF and being the bane of Infected's existence right now. Tank, what are you doing, Tank? Tank! Okay, that tank's gonna die. Yeah. Didn't work out quite so well. Oh, yeah, sorry. I see TTF, and for some reason I think Technics, but yeah. My bad. Oh, but this hatchery does get killed. Gets sniped by a group of rolling tanks and vultures. Oh, but don't go through the middle. Don't run through the lurker fields. And this force does get ambushed, but Goliath, vultures, tanks coming up to save their compatriots. And if we had overlords in there to get rid of those mines, it would have been a completely different battle, but that just did not quite work out for him. And he really needs to take more bases because this has also been cleaned up, and the situation that was looking really, really nice for Infected has gone to looking pretty bad. As we can see, he is mining only from 1 base, or 2 bases, both are low on minerals, and Terran comfortably mining from 2 bases as well, which is not a good position to be in as Zerg. 2 base against 2 base. And yeah, Infected needs to take more bases and hold them, or break this position now, but I don't really think he can. A Queen Friend coming near Broodlord, something does not get off the Broodlord though. But he's just in such a difficult position, he can't really take this base because Terran is so close and so dependent. It actually looks like Terran is ready to take this, but he is going to try to take the top base here. But once Terran has this base, he's completed his desired turtle tail mission of splitting the map, as long as it prevents Zerg from having this. And Heartbreak Ridge is a particularly strong map for this style of play, as you can have the ridges. There's so many narrow chokes, it's really hard to get through. Broodling. Wait, 3K minerals? Who has 3K minerals? Alright, so again, Infected is going to try to take the center base, and now it's going to become a battle to hold this base, because if this base goes down, it is pretty much TTF's game, as he has got the map pretty well and truly split. And Wall is saying that Infected is not playing from home. Where's he playing from? Like a PC cafe, or where? And we can see that TTF finally has pulled back ahead in the supply race after being behind all game, but holy Lings and Ultras, my god. With good swarms, that could definitely do some damage, as that is a lot of Zerg units. And I mean a lot of Zerg units. Oh, is he playing at work? That's kind of cool that work lets him play ISL games. Vulture raid! The drones here, this base are all gonna die. They can't make it back to the sunken in time, and picked off nicely. Good raid there by Infected. But look at the army being assembled here from Infected. This is pretty much gonna be Infected's do or die army, though, if he does try to make anything happen with it. As TTF now has everything that he wants. Got a whole lot of factories. Let's take a look at this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, still playing off only 8 factories. Really well defended against drops. And Vulture's actually trying to kill the hatchery. This should not happen. The Hydras are coming over here to defend. And this would not be the kind of hatchery he would want to lose in this situation. And he's building Sunkens down here to try and defend this base. But the Vulture's coming into raid, but there's lots of stuff here to defend. Oh, Swarm, but also a good Irradiate to get rid of that Defiler there in the center. It's not yet Maynarded drones back. Where'd the Vultures go? Where on earth did those ultras go? There were more ultras here. They've been hiding. Are they in the overlords? Draw. Oh no, they're here. Okay, finally, I see them. So are we going to see some kind of massive type drop stuff? What is in mind here? I don't know. This huge army is moving into the center though. And at the same time, TTF is going to try to put pressure on the center and deny it, bringing a whole bunch of the tanks here to siege. Really leading heavily with these tanks though. Can become quite vulnerable exposed like that. Even running into their death. And first of the swarms going down to protect stuff. And more lings going everywhere. Scourgy gets all the vessels, all gone. That is nice for him. Gives him a lot more comfort with the defilers. Won't get them immediately radiated. Oh, and needs to pick them up. And TTF realizing, alright, I need to get down off this plateau now. And he does. And Infected is actually still not using this base though. He needs to. We can see he's got Overlords loaded up with drops. Lots. Overlords loaded up with drop. And it looks like TTF is going to come back onto the ridge now. Moving up here. A few lurkers and Sunken holding up, shooting and taking an infantry. And here comes the drop, which could be really effective, but he needs to move in with the rest of the units at the same time. And here we go. How many Overlords will fall before he can drop? I don't know. It's a really narrow choke though. And everything is going to be getting dropped right on top of all these tanks, ultras, lings, everything. But is it enough? I don't know. It's going to be really close. Where is the rest of his stuff? He had so many lings. Were they all really in those overlords? But this is not going to be enough. It is all dead, and there's nothing more. It is now 93 supply to 152, and this game is looking really, really bad from Infected, who's looking like he is going to lose his center base, and he is then going to be behind in the base count. He's way behind in the army count. He doesn't really have any of a bank to work with. And Terran is right where he wants to be. Are these lings going to be enough to make a difference coming in here on the lead tank, trying to get them out of range of the hatchery? A swarm does go down, but not quite in time as all the lings are dead. And the hatchery, is it in range of the tanks? It is, and Dark Swarm does not protect buildings. He's trying to save the hatchery with every last breath, but vultures being used to assassinate defilers. There's just no other military units up there, and this defiler is going to die. There's nothing left now. Here comes the last set of army in from Infected. He has to kill it. This is do or die time. He must destroy it right now. He's reloaded up Overlords. He's going in for the drop. It might be enough to clean it up. The rest of his units also streaming it at the same time. Will it be enough to get all the tanks? There are a lot of tanks in the back, though. More stuff coming up to reinforce. And it looks like he is going to, at the very least, clean up the plateau. But can he get rid of everything else? No, he is forced to pull back. But the hatchery, in the process, the hatchery has fallen. And perhaps with it, Infected's ISL hopes, as that just leaves him so far behind in bases. He's actually only just started mining from this, and it's not even a gas base. I don't know, he's down to 62 supply against 148. I think it is safe to say this is looking bad for Infected. He's trying to hold on. He does not want to go out, but I just don't think there's enough units any way you look at it, as TTF is coming up and is about to gain control of this middle space here. He's again sieging up in range of the hatchery, which is again denied. Has to cancel it. Could just target fire down with the Goliath, and it is going to go down. He is forced to run away here, and he just doesn't have enough units to stop the unbridled, unchallenged now economy of TTF. And we can see actually vultures are being able to work on this hatchery, but he's bringing up the overlords. But I don't even, is he going to drop on top of vultures? No, he's got nothing in the overlords. The hatchery is going to die to vultures. He just can't defend it. There's a few wild drones, a few lings coming up here, and try and kill them off. But I feel like we are watching a dying Zerg. You can make lings. Oh, that's Terran. Just so little money. You can see it's been like a minute and the supply has barely changed. He's mining with like 8 drones right now. He's got like ZVZ level economy right here. He's still got a little bit of gas coming in from probably complete with geysers, but you can see the TTF is establishing his center position. And pretty soon here he'll probably just move out, kill this base, and end the game for sure. Drop attempt here does not work out at all. Way too many turrets, way too much stuff, and Infected realizes over, says GG, TTF, and Technics advance into the next round of the ISL. And unfortunately, that is just about it for our games today. And we definitely want to thank all the sponsors. First and foremost, of course, Altitude Gaming as the main sponsor for this event, and so many other people though involved. Basically, Sale for being awesome enough to use his use the donations from his stream to help sponsor this, and of course the viewers indirectly sponsoring the tournament, because by watching Sale stream you provide the ad revenue. Fairyland, Noise, Prowler, Nabopolis, Ruskig, Trap, and Quorum Jelen for all of you guys for sponsoring it. And yeah, for making this awesome tournament a possibility. What happened? Terran turtled and won. I don't know what GRIM means. Oh, the stream went down? When did it go down? I don't know. You have to tell me when it went down. I can tell you what happened in there, in between that moment. But yeah, that is all the Altitude ISL games for today. So if you aren't already aware, Hackle Beast will be. I think he should have just started with Gambit's Cup finals, or maybe it's one. Is it 1 hour away? Might be. No, I think it's just now started. I'm double checking this for you guys. Yeah, Gambit Cup just started. So if you want to watch Gambit Cup finals, go to Hackle Beast stream, as it is the finals, day 3 of Gambit's Cup. And yeah, thanks everybody for watching. And I will see you next time. Go Hacklebeast. Gambit's Cup. More high-level Brood War, high-level form Brood War play. And since you only got 3 games, I know you're in need of more of a Brood War fix, so get over there. Yeah, I need to look at that one, Job Lateran. I will listen to that soon. I absolutely will. Absolutely will. Now let's go watch Hacklebeast. Cassie TGC.